Welcome back to the channel, you guys. For anybody that's new, thank you for checking out this video. And just like it states on the title of this video, this is gonna be 5 simple but effective back workouts that I've done myself personally on a consistent basis to really develop my back. If you're looking to get your back a lot thicker, a lot fuller, a lot wider, this is definitely the video to watch for that. I'm basically gonna go ahead and just warm up a few minutes here, go ahead and take you guys to the actual back workouts. If you're looking to really develop your back, it's all about consistency. And then a few of these workouts really target those areas that'll make your back look a lot more developed. My back has been a focus for me, really developing it, really getting it a lot thicker, a lot wider. So these are workouts that definitely helped me out along the way. So I just figured why not make a video, share it with you guys, hopefully help some of you guys out that are looking for certain back workouts. But like I said, it's all about consistency. So no matter what type of workouts you're doing, if you're not being consistent with them and really progressively overloading it, kind of keeping track of the weights that you're hitting, you're not gonna see any progress. But if you are consistently hitting it, really tracking your weights, progressively overloading over the weeks, you're basically leaving your back no choice but to grow. Let's go ahead and get these back gains. So first back movement's gonna be pull-ups. It's kind of like the bread and butter, right, for most people's back development. And if you can't do pull-ups right away, obviously work with assisted pull-ups. There's either assisted pull-up machines, or then you could actually use the resistance bands. Have you ever seen those resistance bands? You could tie it up to the actual pull-up bar, wrap it around your leg or your knee, and then it'll assist you up until you could develop enough strength to actually pull off pull-ups by yourself. I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate a few pull-ups for you guys here, and then we might actually throw some weight on this. We'll see. I'm still sore from my previous workouts, so we'll see how much weight I actually go ahead and do for the pull-ups. And just one last thing to keep in mind when you're doing pull-ups, just make sure full range of motion. So go all the way down, almost to like a dead hang, and then you go ahead and you think about pulling with your elbows up to the top, really trying to get the best squeeze that you can up at the top of the movement. So usually for myself, just because I have been doing pull-ups for a little while now, I usually grab my weighted belt and I put some weight on these just to make this a little bit more difficult. But I think today I'm just gonna go with like a 25. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook up a 25 to it, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do weighted pull-ups. I usually keep these like anywhere between 3 to 4 sets. And since we are adding weight to it, making it a heavier compound movement, I'm gonna go ahead and just do about 8 to 10 reps. But like I said, range of motion is still priority. So all the way down, all the way up, as high up as I can, really getting that squeeze, activating those lats, activating all of those back muscles to really be able to contract this weight up. So next movement, to really focus on that back thickness, barbell rows. You could do these rows with dumbbells. I just prefer barbell myself. I do focus on form. So basically for myself, how I end up doing these, I set my legs about shoulder width apart. I grab my barbell. I grab my barbell right outside of the width of my legs, hinge at my hips, completely let the bar bring down my arms to a full hang. And then when I row it to the bottom portion of my stomach, and then get that full squeeze up at the top. Now that we're at our working weight, wrist straps. So these come really in handy because it kind of takes most of the weight off of your wrist. Sometimes you're actually only able to pull as much weight as your wrist will allow, but using these, it'll kind of take it away from your wrist, put it more towards the muscles that you're actually trying to work. So I usually load up my barbell decently heavy. I'm not going too heavy to where I can't do the actual full range of motion. 1, I'm pushing myself, and then 2, I'm still keeping that form as best as I can. So next movement is going to be rack pulls. So a few things to keep in mind with this. You want to set your stops. You want to set your stops about to your knee level, possibly a little bit higher than your knee. And because that range of motion is going to be cut so short, you're basically going to compensate that with a lot of weight. So this is going to be one of those movements where we load it with a whole bunch of weight because the range of motion is short. But safety for myself is priority. So if you have a weightlifting belt, I definitely recommend using a weightlifting belt. If you got wrist straps, use the straps as well on this lift. I really brace my core. I really engage everything before I actually unrack it. But this is a great back builder overall, size, thickness, everything. Put the width of my hands right outside of the width of my legs. Brace your core. Make sure my back is as straight as possible and lift. Come to a complete dead stop at the bottom before, I usually do like about a 2-second pause at the bottom. I went ahead and I loaded it up with a little bit more weight. Like I said, you really want to load this up to where you're really pushing yourself. And because, like I said, the range of motion is so short, you can really compensate it with a lot more weight than you normally would, since it's not really a deadlift. You'll really feel the load on your lats, your upper back, and on your traps, because it's pulling down on those trap muscles as well. You're obviously using all your back to really hold up that weight. So next back movement to really engage our lats, we're gonna do a seated lat pull down. And it's pretty simple, but just to switch it up ever so slightly, we're gonna change our hand placement every set. So we'll do anywhere between 3 to 4 sets. So first set, for instance, we might go out wide. Second set, we might do more narrow. That third set, we might go underhand. Over time, you'll definitely see the benefits of switching up your hand placement when you do the lat pull down. No matter what hand placement you start with first, just make sure you really control the weight on the way down and even on the way up especially, because a lot of people get real loose on the way up and just kind of just let the weight pull their arms up, but control the weight up and down. And then when you pull, just really pull to your chest every rep. We'll go more narrow on the second set, about shoulder width. Another cue too that to keep in mind, I remove my thumb from grabbing the actual bar. I remove it. That way it just leaves it more in your lat, takes some of the movement away from your bicep. But same concept, you still pull to your chest and control it on the way up. Full stretch, down to your chest, control. Next movement. This one's more so about volume rather than weight. So I usually keep these in like higher rep ranges, so like anywhere between 20 to 30 reps. But we're gonna do a close grip, seated on the floor. And just because you're gonna be on the floor, your body weight is obviously pulling some of that weight down for you as well. It's actually lighter than it actually looks. So you'll guys see, for instance, I pretty much pull most of the rack, but it doesn't feel that way, like I said, because you're seated down on the floor, your body weight's obviously bringing down some of that weight. And then just really focus on the squeeze, keep the tempo consistent, and then keep the reps high. So like I said, anywhere between 20 to 30 reps, for sure hit 20, and obviously you work your way up until you can hit 30. Once you can hit 30, that's how you know you gotta go up higher on your weight. But it should look something like this. much a wrap for today's back workout. If you guys picked anything up, if you guys learned anything today, if you guys picked up some of the workouts or just enjoyed watching some of this content, go ahead and drop a like on the video. Go ahead and drop a comment as well if you guys have tried any of these workouts, or if you're gonna try any of these workouts, let me know. I also wanted to give a shout out to Dom. If you're watching this, I appreciate you, bro, because this dude came up to me at the gym. He was just encouraging me about just continuing to upload, being consistent on YouTube. So I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate anybody that ends up watching this video, any old subscribers, any new subscribers. Hopefully I could just keep bringing you guys more consistent content. And just drop me down some video ideas, if anything that you guys want to see in particular. I'm always open to creating new content for you guys. Hopefully you guys are getting those back gains. You guys have a good one. Stay consistent, stay lifting. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. I'm out.